What is up, guys? King Cards, and welcome to another series. Why is it not showing? There we go. Just took a damn minute. Hey, we'll stay out of the habitat. Weird cat. She keeps trying to sneak into the turtle's habitat and sit underneath this fucking basking lamp next to the fucking turtle. And I'm like, I'm glad you get along with this turtle so well, but could you let her eat, please? Enter name. Desmond. Yeah, anyways, we're playing Assassin's Creed Brotherhood because I'm really trying. Okay, I feel like I should continue Injustice, but I had some issues with that. I should continue Star Wars, had some issues with that. Should continue Bound by Flames, had some issues with that. And I just don't feel like playing Brutal Legend right now, to be honest with you. So, yeah. I don't need a black tea on here. What am I doing?
I don't think anyone ever expects to wake up one morning and find themselves caught in the middle of a war between two secret organizations. I know I didn't. But here I am. On one side are the Templars, better known these days as Abstergo Industries. They're in the business of control. Politics, economics, technology. They won't stop until every single one of us serves them. Literally. Fighting against them are the Assassins, a group dedicated to safeguarding humanity's free will. I was born into the Brotherhood. A couple of weeks ago, the Templars found me. They took me prisoner, strapped me into a machine they built and put me to work. It's called an Animus. And it's where I spent most of my time. Exploring the memories of my ancestors, discovering entire lives locked deep inside my DNA. First, I revisited the life of Altair ibn La'ahad, an assassin from the Crusades. The Templars wanted the location of something known as a Piece of Eden, an ancient artifact capable of bending people to their will. Once the Templars had what they were looking for, they decided my usefulness had come to an end. But Lucy saved me.
Thank you, Lucy.
When things were at their worst, she revealed herself to be an assassin and helped me escape. I was hoping that would be the end of my misadventures. But we were just getting started. Back into another Animus I went. Now, I'm reliving the memories of Ezio Auditore da Firenze, my ancestor from the Renaissance, searching for a path forward. Through the bleeding effect, I'm becoming an assassin in more than just name. It will come in handy as the Templars prepare to enslave us all. They found us. They've crashed our hideout and we're fleeing the scene looking for a place to hide. Only there isn't any, and time is running short. My name is Desmond Miles, and this is my story.
Well, that's good product to us.
Mario Auditore, let me hear.
That was close. Fucking siege.
Rebecca, what's going on?
I have to run some diagnostics. I'll get back to you.
Okay.
It is done. The message is delivered. We are gone now from this world. All of us. We can do no more. The rest is up to you, Desmond.
Desmond, I don't understand. Please, wait. I have so many questions.
Il Vaticano, December 1499. Ezio Auditore. Date of birth, 1459. Profession, assassin. Well, this experience has been quite the education. Although there's nothing in the history books following Ezio's disappearance from Florence as a teenager, after the execution of his father and brothers, we now know that he fled with his mother Maria and sister Claudia to his uncle Mario's Tuscan villa. Trained there as an assassin, he prepared to hunt down the Templars, the men behind the execution. And hunt them he did, killing them one by one until he reached their leader, Rodrigo Borgia. With the help of his uncle and the other assassins, he discovered Rodrigo's plan to open an ancient vault beneath the Vatican, supposedly leading to God himself. Ezio defeated Rodrigo, entered the vault alone, and communed with the projection of Minerva, a member of an ancient race that existed before humans. This all sounds very far-fetched when I write it out like that, now doesn't it? Fortunately, we have the Animus records to prove it, so we didn't dream it or anything. Unless we're all in a dream right now. Or a video game. You know, could be anything. That is an oddly specific amount of money. Excuse me. I have to wonder if it's like reading my old save. Turn back into it, man.
Better in the hands of the earth than in the hands of man.
Uncle.
What can I say? We sent a single man against an entire army. I was worried. Quick, climb up. We have to get out of here.
I thought I was being betrayed. That'll do it.
You would not believe the things I have seen, Mario.
Then be sure to stay alive that I might hear of them.
I expect opposition.
And I expect the Borgia to mourn the loss of many lives tonight.
Profession, condottiero, noble. One of several important condottieri patrolling the Tuscan countryside, Mario Auditore was a born leader. He began his military career as a 6-year-old when he played a significant role in the Florentine and Milanese conflict, the Battle of Anghiari. 6? While on an expedition to Monterci with his father, he alerted the Florentine general, Micheletto Attendolo, to the appearance of several dust clouds over the road, which signaled a surprise advance by Milanese troops. Thanks to Mario, the Milanese attack was foiled and the Florentines won the battle. Although Mario sided with Florence during Anghiari, for most of his career, he defended the interests of his hometown Monteriggioni, derailing Florentine attempts to seize Tuscan territory. While Mario's younger brother Giovanni moved to Florence in 1454 to pursue a career in banking, Mario stayed at the family's villa in Monteriggioni, stating in a letter to Giovanni that he preferred fighting like a man to filling out balance sheets. After Giovanni's death, Mario brought Ezio, Claudia, and Maria to the family villa and taught Ezio about the conflict between the Assassins and Templars. Ever since, Ezio and his uncle have been inseparable. Jesus!
Che cosa fate qui? Assassini! God will see you pay for your crimes!
You have desecrated the sanctity of this holy place.
You condemn what you do not understand.
We must go, Ezio. Now!
Cappella Sistina. Inspired by the architecture of Solomon's Temple, the Sistine Chapel is the most famous room in the in the Apostolic Palace, the Pope's Vatican residence. The chapel's famous ceiling frescoes were only begun in 1508, so no climbing across the finger of God, but the wall paintings that line the chapel, painted by Pietro Perugino, Sandro Botticelli, and Domenico Ghirlandaio, among others, are an ample consolation prize. As the Pope's personal chapel, Mass is frequently held inside, as are the papal conclaves, which occur after the Pope's death. The cardinals are locked inside the chapel and are not permitted to leave until a new Pope is elected. Only through smoke signals sent up a chimney to announce the new Pope can they escape. Worst of all horrors, no cardinals, unless ill, can be attended inside by more than one servant. That's just cruel.
This is the voice of the devil!
Turn away from them.
This thing is
Did
lagging
Rodrigo
the
manage
fuck
to
out.
hurt you?
Barely. My armor blunted his attack.
I can't tell if that's supposed to be happening.
Be ready to fight.
What are you doing?
Saving you from the look of it.
Not bad for an old man.
Agreed. You still have some skills.
Buona questa.
Excellent. Good one. Impressive.
Basilica di San Pietro. The original St. Peter's Basilica, built in 326, as opposed to the epic basilica that exists today, was constructed in the form of a Latin cross. An atrium called the Garden of Paradise stood at the entrance, beckoning followers through the main doorways of the church. Unlike pagan temples, which were lavishly decorated, the facade of St. Peter's was plain. Thankfully, Catholicism got over all that when they made the new St. Peter's. Of course, the downside was that the religion became incredibly corrupt, but hey, beauty has to come at a price. The basilica was built on top of the old Circus of Nero, but before you start pulling out your popcorn and cotton candy, this wasn't a modern circus. The Roman crucifixions of Christians was the main act. St. Peter, among many others, was hung up to die there. The basilica was built on top of this anti-Christian site as almost an intentional modification of history by Emperor Constantine, because if it no longer exists, it never happened, right?
A real modern Romano! Raise my wood!
Lead the way, old man. You just got knocked the fuck out.
Break something.
Oh.
This decision is yours alone to make. Only do so quickly.
Throwing it in the river would be a temporary measure at best.
Give it to me. You can do with it as you will later.
Bene.
Jump!
Uh-oh. I hope it doesn't corrupt him. Monteriggioni, January 1500. Over 500 years ago.
And then Minerva talked about the sun.
Monteriggioni, built in the 13th century by the overlords of Siena, Monteriggioni was actively involved in the defense of Tuscany against Florentine attempts to gain more territory. At the front of this conflict was the Auditore family, who became the city's rulers and protectors. It was the Auditore who constructed Monteriggioni's famous walls, which can still be seen today. Although standing in opposition to Florentine desires, the Auditore had cordial relations with the Medici family, largely due to their collective Florentine roots. Monteriggioni successfully withstood attacks from Florence until in 1554 the city was betrayed. Giovannino Zetti, the keeper of the garrison and a Florentine exile, was allowed to return to Florence in exchange for the keys to the city. Extraordinarily, the Auditore were allowed to continue their rule of Monteriggioni under Florentine leadership, showing that the Medici do not forget their friends.
Told of a disaster that occurred long ago, and another that is coming.
Come.
Inventory. Outfits. Altair's robes. Armor of Altair. Florentine noble attire. Plain cape. Let's change some things. Channel. Subtitles. I don't know why it's spasming the fuck out.
I'm far in the future, Vero. Then we need not worry about it.
See. Perhaps our work is finished.
Would that be so bad?
Excuse the fuck out of me?
We upgraded the arsenal while you were away.
Ah, and it is now customary for you to fire cannonballs at visitors.
My apologies. We only installed them a few days ago. My men are still being trained in their use.
I swear I'm trying to make the screen stop doing that. I don't know why the fuck it's acting like that. I wanted to hurry up and play this because of the new Black Flag coming out.
Oh, whoa.
Holy shit.
back, Ezio.
Thank you.
Madonna.
Ezio! Look, it is Ezio! Let me see!
Buongiorno.
Salve,
It's
Mario!
good to be home.
Two of them.
Felice anno nuovo! This place just keeps getting better.
Thanks to you.
Brother!
Claudia. It is good to be home. How is mother?
She's fine. I heard you were returning, but I'm glad to see it with my own eyes. The Contessa of Forlì is here to welcome you. I had no idea you were so famous.
Caterina? Here?
Is it finished then? Is the Spaniard truly dead?
Gather the others in Mario's study tonight. I'll explain everything there.
Steel yourself, Ezio. They will have many questions.
Claudia, tell the Contessa I look forward to seeing her this evening.
Claudia Auditore. Born 1461. She's a noble. Third child of Giovanni and Maria Auditore, and the first girl in the family, Claudia lived a privileged childhood in Florence high society. After the murder of Giovanni and her two brothers, all that changed. Claudia, Ezio, and Maria fled to Monteriggioni and the safety of their Uncle Mario's villa. Claudia remained in the villa, caring for her nearly comatose mother, while Ezio set off to avenge the murders. A record book recovered by archaeologists, that's a weird sentence, reveals a relatively unexciting existence. Between months spent managing the villa's finances, brief periods of activity were supplied by Ezio's visits, and the renovations she was able to carry out with the money brought back from his travels. Under her care, the town blossomed, ushering in a new era of prosperity for Monteriggioni. Claudia, however, remained cut off from the world she loved. To hear of Ezio's adventures only reminds me of my own lack thereof. This is not the life I dreamed of as a child. Ezio does not understand. He treats me so delicately, I despair of ever emerging from this prison. She writes in one particularly poignant letter, dated July 1495. That was 5 years ago. Villa Auditore. Constructed in 1290, the Villa Auditore is an important medieval predecessor to early Renaissance architecture. The villa's wonderful symmetry and ordered geometry were a revelation for its time. After a Florentine attack in 1320 left the facade damaged, Domenico Auditore, Ezio Auditore's great-grandfather, purchased the villa. Although he publicly admitted to renovation of the facade and the addition of a painting gallery, he orchestrated a complete restructuring of the interior in secret, designing his home to double as a fortress and training ground, looking both over the city that it protects and the Tuscan plains. Domenico was more than just an architect and a warrior. He was also a skilled engineer. Recently discovered hidden compartments and rooms with mechanisms blocking entry are several unique features of the building that make it a technological marvel as well as an architectural one. Guess I better go grab people. This camera shit's pissing me off. I don't know why it's freaking out. Or what the fuck's going on with my controls? What is happening?
I'll have the guard on you, bestia.
Need some help.
Salve.
So many flowers.
Hello.
Your husband must be very lucky.
I am the lucky one. I have you here to aid me.
Let me see what I can do.
Back there, I may have given you the wrong impression.
Oh?
I have no husband. The flowers are for a party.
He wants Ezio to know that for
Claudia
sure.
Auditore's birthday party in the villa. If you are willing to help me again, I need someone with class to accompany me.
What makes you think I have class?
I could tell the moment I saw you. No one in this town walks with such bearing. I'm certain Ezio Auditore himself would be impressed.
What do you know of Ezio?
Claudia thinks the world of him, but he rarely visits her. From what I gather, he's distant.
She is right. I have been.
Oh no. You? The party was intended to be a surprise. promise you will not tell Claudia.
What will you do to keep me quiet?
I am sure I can think of several things.
I'll be waiting to hear them when we get there.
Why? Why are you doing this? Come on, this is worse than the first game. Come on. Why is every game I've touched lately fucking up?
Now about earning my silence.
I have something in mind. There is one condition.
Anything.
You must wait until tomorrow.
If it pleases you, I will not stand in your way.
It will be worth the wait, Ezio. Trust me.
Ezio, you man whore. Stop doing that! Stop it! Damn it! Jesus Christ. Stop it! Man, I don't know who did this, but fuck them. Oh, it's up there, isn't it?
Buongiorno.
Ezio, Mario is going to murder me. I have lost his favorite horse.
Do not despair. I will bring it back.
God bless you, Ezio.
You fucking bitch-ass horse. I'm pressing B, you motherfucker. Get back here! Mario, your horse is shit.
Here.
Grazie, Ezio. I can no longer keep up with the horses. Promise me you will enjoy your good health. Do not spend as much time in battle as your Uncle Mario.
My battles have already been won.
That is good news. Arrivederci, Ezio.
Son of a bitch, let me in the gate. Fuck you! Mercenaries. Mercenaries were highly mobile in Renaissance Italy, moving from contract to contract. Professional captains, called condottieri, usually paid for by cities, recruited men for a fixed amount of time. Many of the for-hire soldiers who served in Italy weren't even Italian, coming from places like Germany, Switzerland, and Hungary. In their perpetual struggle to dominate Italy, the Italian states hired mercenaries to wage war against their Italian neighbors. And the soldiers, many of whom had no code of honor, would often rape and sack freely. When the state that was bankrolling them ran out of money, the soldiers would disband, frequently to be hired to destroy the very city they had just fought to defend. Some mercenaries were honorable, fighting for a cause they believed in, but men such as these were few and far between. Where they existed, however, they were much sought after.
So, these are the new cannons?
Yes, Signor Ezio.
May I try one?
Yes, but... Go on, tell him. We cannot seem to make them work properly, and the fool who mounted them is nowhere to be found.
Then it is up to me to find him.
We do not want to waste your time.
It is not any trouble. I have all the time in the world now.
Let me go! Okay. Oh, how about that?
Salve, Messere. We need you
Hello,
to fix the
mister.
cannons on the battlements.
Leave me be. I do not begin repairs before noon.
Do you know what time it is?
I make cannons, not clocks. If you are busy, someone else will fix them.
Uno momento.
Oh no.
No one else will touch my cannons. Soldiers have no respect for artillery. They expect a gun to work like magic. You need to feel her out. Give her a little encouragement. We are only equipped with simple cannons now. But I got hold of a design from France, yeah? A hand cannon. Something called a wrought iron murderer. Imagine firing a cannon from your hands. That is the future.
I mean, I fired one from my wrist. Get your ass out here.
What have you done?
We used them.
They were not ready for firing. You could have gotten us all killed. Let me see.
His breath is more fatal than our cannons.
Only when you two fools are shooting them. There, try it. Aim at something to test the alignment.
Jesus. Okay.
The aiming mechanism is fine. The problem must be behind the cannon.
It's hard for me to see this shit with you twitching all the time.
Perfect! At least someone here knows how to shoot. Now, for the other one.
I must go.
Thanks for your help. If you hear the cannons tomorrow, do not worry. We will be practicing at dawn.
Too bad it will not do you any good.
Very funny. Now fix the second cannon.
Alright. I'm gonna have to Google how to fix this fucking camera, aren't I? Jesus. No! Let me go! It's like being slung around by an invisible force or fighting a second controller.
Hey, Rico, why would you act like this?
Buongiorno, Ezio.
Caterina, to what do I owe the pleasure of your presence here?
I desire an allegiance. The papal armies have resumed their march on Forli. Your mercenaries would be a great asset to my cause.
It is likely that I can give you what you seek. But we will talk later. Mother.
She's
Machiavelli.
up and about.
It is done. Though not, I think, as any of us expected. I entered the Vaticano and faced Rodrigo. No! He used the power of the papal staff against me, but I defeated him. Combining the staff and the apple, I gained access to the vault.
Sadie.
There, a moving painting of the goddess Minerva spoke. She told of a terrible tragedy to befall mankind in the future, but gave hope of lost temples that will provide aid to humanity. And then she called out to a phantom, Desmond, as if he were there, standing beside me. After her warning, she vanished.
Amazing.
I cannot imagine such wonders.
The vault did not house the terrible weapon we feared. This is good news.
No.
What of this goddess, this
I
Minerva?
lost the mic.
Did she appear human?
Yes, but her words proved otherwise. All of her kind died many years ago. I wish I could show you the magic she performed.
Who is Desmond, and where are these temples Minerva spoke of?
I do not know.
Perhaps we must search for them.
Tell me how it ended with Borgia. Did Rodrigo beg forgiveness? Make excuses? Promise power in return?
No, none of those things.
Interesting. I'm surprised he remained so composed.
I let him leave.
The Spaniard lives? Once our enemies are dead, we can speak of vaults and gods and ancient places. You should have killed him. We're sure to suffer for it.
I am not here to debate the past. Together, we should discuss the future.
No. I am leaving immediately for Roma.
Ezio, I do not know why you spared him, but I trust your judgment. Machiavelli will come around.
I don't know. I'm kind of with Machiavelli. That was a really stupid move. Date of birth 1432. Profession writer noble. Tomorrow I will make torta bolognese. I leave to pick up the eggs and meat from the market, and will be back in time to open the bakery as the sun strikes the top of the courtyard. How privileged a life we lead. It is hard to remember on such a day that what is given may also be taken away. These are the final lines of Maria's diaries. Born into the powerful banking family, the Mozzi, Maria is one of the most famous historical sources of the time period due to her multi-volume diary, which has been translated by several notable scholars and is on display in the Uffizi Gallery in Florence. Now, thanks to the Animus, we know why her diary ceased. After her husband Giovanni's arrest, during which Maria was mistreated by Florence's guards, she entered a semi-catatonic state. Jesus. Cared for by Ezio's sister Claudia at the Villa Auditori, she remained silent for years until Ezio brought her a bundle of feathers he collected during his travels. And I tried, man. An activity that her youngest son Petruccio once engaged in. Brought back to life by Ezio's gift, her temperament has been improving steadily since. Niccolo Machiavelli. Fashion philosopher, writer, politician. Unarmed prophets have always been destroyed, whereas armed prophets have succeeded. These cynical words are written by Niccolo Machiavelli, one of the greatest minds of the Renaissance. Considered a pioneer of realist philosophy, he believed that all men are evil and will act upon their vicious nature if given a chance. The third son of a Florentine attorney, Machiavelli was tutored by his father in grammar, rhetoric, and Latin. That's the turtle. In 1494, he entered government service as a clerk and an ambassador. Made a member of the Florentine Diplomatic Council, he was sent to the courts of France, Spain, and Rome between 1499 and 1512. It was during this time that he met Cesare. Immediately taken with the young Captain General, Machiavelli wrote, "I can find no fault with him." Machiavelli followed Cesare, learning his approach to war until 1500 when he became de facto leader of the assassins. 1500 to 1503, he settled in Rome, although little is known of his activities there. 1503, Machiavelli is put in charge of the Florentine militia and the city's defense. He recruited citizens for his militia, preferring men who had a stake in Florence's continued success to dispassionate mercenaries. His strategy seemed to work in 1509 when Florence defeated Pisa. Machiavelli continued to participate in Florentine government after the Medici family was chased out, but when the Medici returned, they arrested and tortured him. Jesus. He is accused of conspiring against them. Unable to find any wrongdoing, the Medici exiled Machiavelli. He retired to his estate in Santa Andrea, where he wrote his famous works The Prince, the Discourses on Livy, and the Florentine Histories. Machiavelli died in 1527. His place of burial remains unknown. Serena Sforza. Countess of Forlì, noble, born in 1463. A countess by marriage, Caterina was notorious far before she ever arrived in Forlì. Raised in the court of Milan, she received a classical education while tutored in the art of war by her father, the Duke. At court, Katerina also acquired a passion for alchemy and hunting. In 1473, when she was 10 years old, Katerina became engaged to Girolamo Riario, the Pope's nephew. They consummated their marriage when she was 14. Fucking you. Once in Rome, she was heralded as one of the most outgoing nobles at court, while her husband had a reputation for being one of the most ruthless. With the premature death of the Pope's brother, Girolamo gained even more power, securing the titles of Lord of Imola and Forlì. When the Pope died, looters sacked Rome, destroying Caterina's residence. Unafraid, despite being 7 months pregnant, Caterina rode on horseback to the Castel Sant'Angelo and defended the Vatican with cannon fire and soldiers. In 1484, she moved with her family to Forlì. Paid off by someone with a grievance against her husband, the Orsi brothers killed Girolamo in 1488. As a result, Caterina became the ruler of Forlì and Imola. She wasted no time winning the favor of nearby rulers, revising the tax system, and training the militia herself. Although she advocated peace, when those around her were hurt, she dealt fierce vengeance, frequently killing enemies' wives and children in punishment. In 1499, Cesare, in his quest for territory, decided to return Forlì to papal rule. Side note, the papacy claimed ownership of most regions in Italy. These lands are lent out to rulers, but papal troops could march in and reclaim them at any point, much like libraries set out to burn down the homes of those who keep books checked out for too long. What the fuck? As Cesare marched toward Caterina, she sent the Pope a friendly letter that had been rubbed with the sores of plague victims, and went downhill from there. As an assault by papal forces became inevitable, Caterina snuck out of Forlì with a small company of soldiers on Christmas Day, 1499, and journeyed to Monteregione seeking armed support from Ezio Auditore. She sent the Pope a fucking plague note? Damn! Fucking ruthless. Jesus, stop it! Man, fuck you, game. Putting away the armor. Okay.
Welcome home.
Hello, Miss Sforza. That's one way to get your troops. You could have just let it already have a fade to black. I don't see why we're going this far with it. Didn't have to have the whole Mass Effect sex scene. At least your top's still on.
Ready to go again?
You don't need to ask.
Something's going to interrupt.
One should always have the freedom to choose. Shh. What's that?
Probably just training exercises.
Nope.
Merda. I have to find Mario and rally the troops.
Fucked.
My men are in the courtyard. I aim to lead them around back and flank our attackers.
Stay out of sight.
I got fucking the sword.
Oh! It's the Borgia!
How did we not see this?
They must have massed to the east during the night. We need to hold them off until the townspeople have escaped.
I will take care of it.
Use the cannon
My
above
fucking
the
house!
I intend to lead a frontal assault.
Do you have it?
I am keeping it safe. The Borgia must not be allowed to breach the walls until everyone is safely away. Insieme per la vittoria.
We stand
Insieme.
together. Together.
Uncle, be careful.
I will.
Oh! My fucking groin! I think the horse died. Sheesh. I lost a lot of shit. Damn it!
Signora Vittoria, thank God! We must put them back until the villagers escape. Destroy their cannons, signore! They breach the walls. All our people will die. My family will die.
And make sure they don't do that.
Reload! Reload! He's dead, signore.
Some townspeople still haven't escaped. Keep going.
Oh. I see. As soon as the screen comes back, sure.
Signora Vittoria, thank God. We must put them back until the aim for the cannon, signore.
I did not aim far.
Destroy us. Check it, momentum.
Nearly half the townspeople have been drowned.
Wow, they're really fucking us up.
Reload! Reload!
Keep going! Almost all the townspeople are outside the walls!
Hey, I don't know what more you want me to do, alright?
Signor Auditore, thank God! We must put them back and keep the villagers escape! Aim for the cannons, Signore!
Oh, my money is gone.
Nearly half the townspeople have made it out!
He's dead, Signore!
Some townspeople still haven't escaped! Keep going! Almost
Really
all
trying
the
here.
townspeople are outside the walls!
I don't know what it wants me to do. This is not a good start. Oh my god. I'm gonna call this one here. Well, obviously, someone's gonna fucking die. Yeah, I'm gonna call this one here. And fuck them. I don't care anymore. General. Maybe that's an issue. Resolution off. I don't know. I'm not asking for a lot here. I just want it to stop breaking. It's not gonna stop breaking. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna call this here. I don't know why it's fucking up, but it is. I will hopefully try and look this up and see what's the matter with it. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Until next time. Fuck me, man.